Welcome to the fourth set of winners quarterfinals in the FnF Victory Road Draft League Season 2. This is the final set of winner quarterfinals and the final set of this first week of playoffs. So really exciting stuff. This is the Canada battle, which is Morgana's team, Northern Necrozmas, versus Quasimodo's team, Pitiful Punching Bags. As you see, Quasimodo's Quasimot this time, so he's changing it up. Of course, we do see the Wigglytuff and Jigglypuff face-off. That's going to be a really interesting one. Wouldn't be surprised if they both led with them. We also see some favorites like Gengar and Wobbuffet showing up. So this is looking like it's going to be a very offensive battle. Mantine there probably primarily to remove hazards, which Greninja might set up, but I'm really curious to see how Morgana tries to stop the sweepers on Quasimodo's team. Quasimodo, of course, has his game plan with those very strong sweepers in Kartana, Mimikyu, and Como-O, whereas Morgana kind of has some strong, fast offensive Pokemon, but isn't really boosting and then sweeping. So we'll see how this battle goes. It's going to be a really explosive one, I feel. So let's jump right in. In terms of leads, I'm just going to guess straight off the bat Wigglytuff and Jigglypuff as the leads. I wouldn't be surprised if they planned it. If it's not the... Okay, we'll see. Zeraora, yeah, I was going to guess Zeraora if it wasn't them. So Jet Setter the Zeraora versus you, the Greninja. A good matchup for Zeraora. Nothing really wants to switch into Zeraora, maybe Como-O. But Zeraora actually goes for the fake out, seeing what Greninja does. Greninja actually decides to stay in. That will break Greninja's sash if it has one. So the next move will be enough to take out Greninja. This is something that probably Quasimodo doesn't want, so I could see a switch in, maybe Wobbuffet to take a Plasma Fist or Como-O. I don't think we'll see Mimikyu come in just yet. He's definitely going to want to preserve that disguise. I think Como-O is a sensible Pokemon to switch into Plasma Fist, as it has very nice attack, defense, and it resists it. And Zeraora does not get play rough this generation, so Como-O is relatively safe versus Zeraora. But actually, the game, Jigglypuff, switches into that Plasma Fist. It's going to do 52%, so one more might be enough to take it out. Even with that Eviolite boost, Jigglypuff is still a little bit of a frail Pokemon. Plasma Fist from Zeraora, of course, being an extremely powerful move. One thing I do remember, actually, is that Zeraora does have access to Outrage. Pogafett, the Wobbuffet, comes in, though, taking that next Plasma Fist. It's going to do 37%, and Jet Setter now has to pick what it wants to do. We might see a Volt Switch or a U-turn pivot out of this scenario. Jet Setter probably not going to want to go down. This looks like a very, very valuable Pokemon in this matchup for Morgana. It'll just take one counter to take down Zeraora, but if Zeraora pivots into Gengar, Morgana is pretty safe. Wobbuffet can't do much to Gengar. One other thing that Zero Aura can do if it lacks a pivot move is just go for the fake out so that it doesn't do any damage to Wobbuffet, and Wobbuffet can't do anything to Jet Setter. And Jigglypuff actually switches in, and Zero Aura is going to go for that Volt Switch, pivoting out of Jigglypuff. And I'm guessing we'll see Gengar come in to go for some Sludge Wave versus Jigglypuff. Garchomp could also be an option, as it will outspeed Jigglypuff, and an Earthquake will probably be enough to take it down. Now that Quasimodo knows that Jet Setter has a pivot move, he does have that knowledge for Wobbuffet. Gunkerton, the Garchomp, comes in, Mega Garchomp with incredible attack power. Nothing is going to want to take an Earthquake from Mega Garchomp. Greninja may be able to outspeed and go for an Ice Beam, but Jigglypuff is going to have to die first. But Garchomp goes for that Swords Dance. Magic Coat is not successful on Jigglypuff. I think he was expecting to Stealth Rock. This looks like a very dangerous situation for Quasimodo. Once Jigglypuff goes down, he does have quite a few Pokemon that can take on Mega Garchomp, though, including Mimikyu and Greninja. And two, the Mimikyu comes out. One Play Rough will be quite a bit of damage on Gunkerton. I do believe Mimikyu outspeeds. It does outspeed, so it can actually go for a Swords Dance and then go for a Play Rough. Mimikyu's not going to want to get hit by a Shadow Ball from Gengar or from anything from Zero Aura, though. And Iron Head actually goes first, and Mimikyu flinches. The flinch is going to prevent Mimikyu from doing anything, and Gunkerton is poised to go for another Iron Head, which would take out Mimikyu. And indeed, that Iron Head does take out Mimikyu, and the score is 6-4, with Gunkerton boosted by a Swords Dance and looking extremely powerful right now. If Greninja doesn't have Ice Beam, this could be a very dangerous situation for Quasimodo. Wobbuffet comes in, but will it be able to take an Earthquake? It does not take the Earthquake and goes down. Kartana is the next Pokemon to come out. And Leaf Blade does big damage, bringing Gunkerton down to 27%, but an Earthquake is enough to take down Kartana as well. Next is Greninja, who should outspeed Gunkerton, but the Hydro Pump misses. This is just not Quasimodo's game in terms of luck. Greninja goes down, and Como-O is the last Pokemon standing. When the Como-O comes out, and Gunkerton is faster, I believe, and the Dragon Claw is enough to take down Como-O, and that is the match. It's a 6-0 victory for Morgana's team, Northern Necrozmas. What a match! That flinch and that Hydro Pump miss, that was intense. That Morgana definitely had his fair share of luck in this match, but he was controlling the pace of the match and the momentum as well, even before the luck set in. So I think this was a really good performance for him. I think Quasimodo going to have to reevaluate his team in this 30 minutes. He did have some good threats, but I think that maybe accounting for Garchomp a little bit better and Zero Aura could land him in a better position in this next match. Still far from over because the victor of the set will need 2 wins, and so far only 1 win has been obtained. So soon in for that next match coming up soon. Till then, this is Noel from Sun and Friendly. See you then.